What do you want? Got an answer for me? Hey everyone, that is what we are talking about today. What do you want? What do you really want? So, stay tuned because I've got a question that you're going to want to ask yourself every day, every time you step into a meeting, every time you want to do something. So, join me. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, your protein shake, your water, whatever it is you're drinking today. Grab it, have a seat, and let's chat. Welcome to Coffee Chat with Danny, everyone. Welcome, replay viewers. It's so great to see you. Well, Coffee Chat is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, bringing you tips, tools, and inspiration so that you can become the empowered lady boss that you were born to be. So my name is Danny, for those of you that don't know me. Hi, welcome back. For those of you that are viewing on a regular basis, I truly appreciate you coming back in and seeing what we have going on. So today, So what do I do? Why am I here? Well, I develop business skills in female entrepreneurs so that they can have the life and the business that they have always dreamed of. That's right, I'm a life coach and we throw some business in there as well. So let's talk about what do you want? A lot of people don't think about this question. We think about what we have to do, right? You sit down at the beginning of the month, you set some goals, right? Or you might at the beginning of the day, okay, what do I have to do today, right? The first thought when you wake up in the morning, what is it? What do I have to do today, right? You're constantly in this idea of we have all these things going on around us and our focus is kind of taken in so many different ways, and we can often lose our direction, lose our focus because everything's demanding our attention, right? So what I want you to take a moment to think about, not only on the bigger side of things, but even on what may seem so small. And that question is, what do you want? I said it at the top of the show today. What do you want? Now, we don't often ask ourselves this question. As I said, we don't spend time here. And this is probably one of the most important questions of all that we should be asking. So let me give you an example. Let's say that I have a goal to lose 10 pounds, right? A lot of us have goals around getting healthier and being more fit or whatever, right? We know exercise and workouts and, our bodies working at their full potential will help our minds and help us be better and more productive, right? We all know that. So let's say we want to lose 10 pounds. That's our goal, right? Because your goal really should be more specific and measurable. So your goal is to lose 10 pounds. Okay. What is your why? Why? So I talked about this on Monday. So if you missed Monday's Coffee Chat, go back and watch that. We talked about change is not ability. It's not a matter of ability. It's a matter of drive. And so that why of why you want to do something is what drives you to do it. That's what drives you to make the change. So my why for my losing 10 pounds in this example might be because I want to have more energy, right? It might be because I want to feel better, right? Maybe it's going to change some mindset for me, right? So losing 10 pounds is going to make me feel better, and that is what's going to have more energy. So that's what's going to drive me. But what's really going to kick it even more so is to talk about what is the outcome that I want. So if I look at losing 10 pounds, yes, I maybe want to fit in that dress. Yes, I probably want to look better at the beach, or maybe I want to feel better, right, about myself, right, around this energy level that I have. But deep down inside, why is it really that I want to lose 10 pounds? Why do you think? This is the bigger picture. This is that bigger why. And maybe that why is because I want to feel more confident. Maybe I want to feel like I love my body. Maybe that's my why. Maybe that's my outcome. So if I think about this goal of losing 10 pounds, for example, and I think about it from the perspective of I want to feel confident. I want to love my body. Now, we should all love ourselves for who we are, but that is that deeper root of what it is that we want. Now, the means of how we go and attain that are those goals, right? Are those things that we set out to do. So if I want to feel, because I feel like I'd have more energy and I would feel more confident if I started to lose weight, for example, right? It's still something to do with the mind, but still, like, that's my outcome. So what you want to do is you always want to ask yourself, what do you want? What is the result you want? What is the outcome that you want? That question can be asked for anything, as I said, not only for bigger picture, but also from the more smaller things. So if I look at going into a meeting, let's say I'm meeting with a client, right? Or let's say I'm meeting with a potential client. The beginning of that meeting, I'm going to ask, what is the outcome of this meeting? So I have every client that comes to me, when we sit down, before we sit down, they fill out a form. And then that form, the very first question is, what do you want to happen in this meeting? Or what do you want to happen in the next 30 days? I'm always focused on what is it that they want, right? Because when I know what they want, then I know how to structure our conversation. I know what it is that I need to get to. We need to get to whatever that is, right? So if you look at going into your events, your meetings, anything like that, even if it's with your team, let's say you're meeting with your team, what is the outcome? What is the result that you want from this meeting? We don't just have meetings to have meetings, right? I was in the corporate world. I know. You have tons of meetings just to have meetings. And they're often wasted time, right? You spend hours in a meeting and really don't get to the outcome. So when you start with what is the outcome, so if you're going to meet somebody today, right, a potential client or a client, first thing you want to ask them is, what is the outcome that you want from this meeting today? Now you know where it is to structure your conversation so that when you get out, what's going to happen? When you go along that conversation, it's going to be so focused and driven by what is that outcome that you want that you're going to get your result, right? Now, when you leave that meeting, you're feeling like, yes, I got something done. I did something, right? Because you went focused in on what it was you wanted, or that meeting was approached as in what it was us coming together wanted. So it's a really different way of thinking about how you're approaching the conversation, how you're approaching your meeting. So let's look at this from the aspect of your day, okay? So if the top of the day you think, what do you want? What do you want? What is your outcome for today? What is your result for the day? What do you want to get done today, right? Instead of saying, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? I write this big old long list of all these things that I have to do, and what happens? I get overwhelmed by all the things that I have to do. But if I focus my day on what is the result, right? I've talked about this a zillion times. What is my one thing for the day? That is my result. That is my outcome. That is what I want to accomplish this day. So if I focus that energy towards that, all the other to-do things that I have to do are just going to kind of flow away, all the fluffiness, and I'm going to hone in on exactly the tasks that I need to do to get that outcome. So if today I say, I want to schedule 5 appointments. My day today, I want to schedule 5 appointments with potential clients, okay? That is my goal for the day. So now I'm focused. That is my result. That is what I want. Now, everything I do today is focused on that. So at the end of the day, when I get to the day and I look at, okay, what was my goal for the day? What did I want to accomplish? If I look at that result, right, it was 5 clients. And I looked and I say, okay, I either got my 5 meetings or I've set something in motion to get those 5 meetings. I've accomplished my goal for the day. I've accomplished what I wanted to get out of today. Okay? That might not be the only thing you do. You might have a couple of other things you do. But at the top of your day, look for the one thing that you want to accomplish and focus your energy towards that, right? That's how you become more productive. That's how you get things done. And that's how you're motivated. You have that drive to do it because you're honed in. You are focused 100% on that one thing. The mind works so much better. It's easier to make quick decisions and to put things into action and to create momentum when we focus on one thing. All right, so let me review my notes real quick. Let's talk about, you want to always change the question if you want to change your life. So let's just really quick look at how that feels to say, what do I have to do today? So if I say, what do I have to do today? I start listing all these things, okay? And if I say, what is my outcome for today? What is my result for today? I'm going to approach that completely different. So you always want to think about the questions that you're asking yourself. Are they empowering you or are they deflating you? If I say, what do I have to do today? That's going to deflate me because I'm going to get overwhelmed by all the zillion tasks that I have to do. But if I ask myself, what is my outcome for today? What is the result that I want to get out of today? That is a completely different focus for me. Completely different energy, and it feels empowering. It feels like I have control. I have control of my day. I have control of my time, right? Things are going to come up, but I know exactly what I'm honing in on. I know what results I want, and I can make better decisions from it. All right, that is your that is a question. I was like, what is that? That I want you to ask yourself every single day. I want you to ask yourself when you're entering meetings, when you're going to networking events, when you're planning something, when you're thinking about something, when you're stepping into a webinar, right? We go into all these webinars and we do all these things. I want you to think about when you enter that webinar, what do you want to get out of it? What is your result? What is the one thing you want out of that webinar? And search for it. Search for it because it's there. You'll find it. If it's not, then it's probably not a good webinar. Or it's the wrong webinar for what you want. You need to find that. So that is it for us today. Your action item is today I want you to ask yourself that question, that exact question. What do you want to get out of today? Now, if you're watching this later in the day and you have your day is like halfway done or more than halfway done, then I want you to think about what is your result or what is your outcome for the next day. And I also want you to reflect back on, if you look at all the things that you did today, what was the result? What were you searching for? Were you searching for something? Was there something in that day? Because generally you can find it, but you just weren't focusing on it. And you might have a couple of different things, but getting that clarity will absolutely help you stay more productive and to actually hone in on something and feel better about it. So that is your action item for today. Ask yourself either today or for tomorrow, what do you want to get out of the day? If you're going into a meeting, what do you want to get out of that meeting? What is the outcome? All right, so announcements. If you want to learn a little bit more about this, about 90-day planning, about how to really focus in and get clarity about what it is that you want and then how to execute on that on a daily basis, then I invite you to come join me this afternoon, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm hosting a 45-minute webinar where I'm going to just walk you through the steps or the blueprint of how to set some goals for your next 90 days and then how to achieve them. It's one thing to set them, but it's another thing to actually execute on them. So I'm going to share you some tips. I'm going to share with you some tips on how to actually do that. So come join us. I'll put a link down below so you can register. It's a Zoom call. It'll be this afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's called #Plan for Success and Overview. All right, everyone, that is it for us today. I am off to go be productive, and so I invite you to be productive just as well. Have a great day, and remember to be you and to be amazing. Bye.